Welcome to Travel with Track Us Down. Join us for the next 3 days as we explore our favorite places in London, England.
Ageless, mysterious, forever-changing London. Located in southeastern England, Greater London has a population just under 10 million. London's rich history spans nearly 2 millennia. With over 170 museums to explore, endless attractions, experiences, and sights, you could return 1,000 times and explore something new. We're visiting for 3 days, and we're sharing 10 of our favorite attractions, 4 which are absolutely free. Track us down as we explore London.
We start our tour of London at Buckingham Palace, the Queen's official residence. If you haven't been to London in a long time, or this is your first time, this is a great place to start. It is the world's most famous palace and is the Queen's official residence. Full of pomp and pageantry, there is so much to see. Outside, it's free. You can walk around, take in the changing of the guard, but inside, it'll cost you £30 per person. It's open to the public for up to 10 weeks each year, and it is well worth seeing inside. The staterooms, the throne room, the gardens, the royal collections including paintings and sculptures and furniture. If they're allowing visitors, it is well worth the price of admission to go inside. It was so hot when we visited, and of course, very crowded. It's good to take advantage of the shade and enjoy the grounds around the palace, because you have a bit of a walk ahead of you. After Buckingham Palace, make your way up the mall and towards the National Gallery. But first, make sure to stop out front in Trafalgar Square, a beautiful historic square, a great gathering point, and a nice place to sit and people watch.
Before you head into the National Gallery, it's time for lunch. A great place to stop for a lunch is at the Cafe in the Crypt. This has been a favorite of ours for years, and it is actually located in the crypt of St. Martin's in the Field Church near Trafalgar Square. This hidden cafe with its historic tombstones on the floor and its beautiful brick vaulted ceiling is the perfect place to step away from the busy streets and enjoy a quiet lunch. Everything is served cafeteria style, and there's plenty to choose from. Everything from meat-based options to plant-based options. Complimentary iced water is available, and lunch for 2 costs approximately £20.
Now that you're all fueled up, head back across the street to the National Gallery. It's free. Here you can experience 700 years of paintings for free. Now this can be a bit overwhelming. Luckily, they have an excellent website to help you plan your visit. If, like us, you're not an art connoisseur, and this is your first time, just take your time, wander through, enjoy the architecture, and find the paintings you love. We have been here before, so this time we took the time to focus in on a few of the ones that we wanted to see a bit more closely. Such as Van Gogh, Van Eyck, and Rembrandt. No matter what your taste, there's something for everybody.
After a rest and dinner, head out to the theatre district. There are many shows to choose from. We chose to see Phantom of the Opera. Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera at Her Majesty's Theatre is in its 36th year, and it's a classic. Considered one of the most beautiful and spectacular productions in history, it's romantic, haunting, and has soaring musical scores. A must-see whilst in London. All in all, it makes for a magical night.
Day 2 takes you back on London's crowded but fun tube station and up to the bustling streets of London. Today, you can spend almost your entire day exploring the Tower of London, London's iconic castle. It's a World Heritage Site, and it's amazing. It goes back almost 1,000 years and has so much history built in. The Tower of London is still a mighty fortress, a royal palace, and an infamous prison. My favorite is the White Tower, which goes back almost 1,000 years to the time of William the Conqueror, and it was known as William the Conqueror's Great Stone Keep. It's so exciting and interesting walking around and looking at all the displays inside and how they used to live almost 1,000 years ago. Today, it's still a working royal palace. The yeoman's warders and their families still live on site, along with a resident governor. There's a garrison of soldiers, there's also a doctor, a chaplain, and of course, a pub. Nearby on the grounds, you can take an up-close tour of the crown jewels.
Nearby is one of the most iconic landmarks in London, Tower Bridge. You can take a walk across Tower Bridge or just simply take your photo in front of it. It's absolutely beautiful. As the evening ends, find yourself at a pub. We chose the Hand and Flower in Kensington, but there are so many to choose from, one on every corner. Good night.
On day 3, many people choose the British Museum, which is one of the top sites in London. We've been there before, so we chose a walking tour instead. There's no shortage of walking in London, but there are so many interesting walking tours that we just had to try one. It was a great price, and for about 2 hours, we were led by a guide all over a certain area of London. We chose the Inns of Court walking tour, which took us all through the history of the British legal system and had some bonus sites, including a 1,000-year-old Templar church. And of course, lunch nearby. Pret-a-manger is one of our favorite places to eat while we're in London. It's relatively inexpensive and has great variety.
It's time to head over to Westminster Abbey. On your way, you'll pass famous world landmark, Big Ben. Its actual name is the Elizabeth Tower or Clock Tower. Big Ben is the name of the bell that lives inside. Make sure to take a selfie here.
And right near Big Ben is something that you shouldn't miss, and that is Westminster Abbey. This is a must-see. If you love history, you'll love taking your time and strolling through Westminster Abbey. There's so much history. All of England's kings and queens, for the most part, are entombed here. The architecture is stunning. You can walk around and read the different tombs and then see all the different chapels. There is an excellent guided tour with headphones included. Make sure you take your time and explore all the tombs and memorials of all the non-royals inside as well. It is a great place to explore.
London is cosmopolitan, classy, full of lush parks, and one of our favorite cities. There are so many things to do in London, you can never do them all in one trip. In 3 days, this is what we chose to do, but you can't go wrong whatever you choose. However many days you plan on spending in London, we're sure you'll have a great time. Thank you for joining us on this tour of London.
Now it's time for us to head home back to the relaxed atmosphere of Madeira. If you liked our video, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it, and it really helps our channel grow. And as always, check back in and
Track us down.